Hi guys, it's Aegis here, and today I'm going to show you my Nectar Ahsha deck profile, because I've been testing for the past week. Even like you saw me on a Kaodaku stream using the Ahsha deck, and on the next day I also took the deck out to play a little while to experience different things. And also before the stream I've been testing with the deck also. So I think the deck itself is kind of complete right now. Of course I will still try to find room to improve it if I find anything. So let's start. Of course, starter, I'm just using the new one. Unfortunately I couldn't pull SP pack, and I didn't pull the foil version from the TD, so it remains common, but that's fine. And then I'm running 4 of the new Ahsha. So her first skill is during your turn, permanent, if you have 2 or more Ahsha units on your field, this unit will get 10k. If you have 3 or more Ahsha unit on the field, then you also get a crit. So this Ahsha will be your main right usually, and depending on you choose Force 1 or Force 2, things can be different. And this card allows you to go Force 2 with 3 Ahshas on the field, including herself as Vanguard, to do a at least 23k free crit attack. So this can be scary. Sometimes you just finish off your opponent, like the fight video that I showed you. First I show you the one that I find how fast Ahsha can be. So you can see in my first match I swing with it with 3 crit and then open 2 more crit and crit 5 and win the game. So that happens, but not all the time. So don't always rely on Force 2 with the crit, but on the videos that you will see in like the future, unless I take something new, because those will be what I play testing last week, so it will be most likely all Force 2. So you can see the good moment when you use Force 2, the bad moment you use Force 2. And in order to share the power and crit, you got a second skill which is active, so +1 and retire 2 of your units, and you can call a Ahsha Fairy token. So that's how you spread your crits and power. And most of the time I will just put my Ahsha, like my third Ahsha instead of the token, at the back, unless I pull the TD one, because TD one can boost herself. But if you're facing some bad matchups like Narukami, then since they always target your front row, then I would suggest you follow KSAG's advice, putting your third Ahsha at the back of the Vanguard so they can't simply pull them out and bind them, because once your Ahsha is bind, even retire is kind of the same here. But you always want to keep at least 2 real copies Ahsha on the field, so that you can just keep making tokens and use tokens to gain the power, gain the crit. And then of course I'm running 4 of the TD Ahsha, because the new Ahsha requires you to have 3 Ahsha on the field, so max out your Ahsha you can pull from your deck to your hand to call is very important. And also she is still good because you don't need to use any Counter Blast or Soul Blast to generate Fairy token. You just need to have 3 regards. So sometimes it's easy, because sometimes you don't have your soul, or you need the soul to do something else. Then at least if you ride her, you can still try to kill something off to make the token. And as long as you have a Counter Blast, you can still generate 2 more plant tokens and get 10k, and those 2 tokens plus 1 unit can still be a Fairy token. So she can be helpful, but really depends on your situation. If you see your opponent have like 4 to 5 cards in hand and you want to at least pull their PGs off, then you can just go force 2 with the new Ahsha and try to crit there. If they don't have it and you pull more crit, then maybe you just win there. If they got a PG, then see how many resources they have. So for Grade Freeze lineups, I only running those because I tried to put something else, but I think it's better to save room for other resources. So for example, starting with Grade 2s, I'm running 3 of the Sylvia. Some people run 4 because she generates tokens without wasting any of her resources. You just need to call her. So it's helping you to rush, saving your counter blast for something else. So I still find her very useful. At first I was using like 2, but then I saw the need to rush faster. So, and sometimes I need more free tokens so that I can build my lines, or for example for Ahsha to kill while still keeping enough tokens on the field. This is where Sylvia becomes useful. Then I'm running only 2 Kara or Sela. So her second skill is by counterblasting 1. As active skill, you can burn 2 pen tokens and it's not once per turn. So if you have like 2 counterblasts, you can just counterblast 2 for 4 tokens if you want. And when your Vanguard have a unit with the same name as your Vanguard, then this unit will not be retired by effects and get 5k. So she can be a 15k on defense or attack. Sometimes helps because fairy token also copy Ahsha's name. So as long as you have Ahsha, you build a token, then she will be 15k and can't be retired. And usually I find her useful when I want to rush. I do see people run 3 Sage because 3 Sage can draw you cards, and you just basically need to call like 2 Sylvia and then call a 3 Sage and then counterblast one and draw a card and gain power. But I want to try something different, which is why I still keep her in. I know I can't put too much of her in because there's some other cards that use counterblast, like Ahsha will use counterblast, and you will see other cards as well. So I just put two of her in. It's not a must. If you want to switch her out, you can switch her out for something else, but for now she's there. And then I'm running 4 of the Nelma. She is the key of your early rush, and also try not to lose too much advantage. So her skill is when she appears on Vanguard and Vanguard circle by counterblasting 1, soul blasting 1, draw 1 card, and you burn a token. So you basically pay 2 costs and gain 2 stuff. She's just that good. And the second skill is the Vanguard skill. If you have on your Vanguard circle a unit with the same name as your Grade 3 or higher Vanguard, then all your unit will get boosted. So she can be a 10k booster. You can make your Ahsha a 10k, 13k or 23k booster to keep her at the back. And if you don't want to like push your opponent's damage too high early game, sometimes that happens, you can like burn a token and let the token stay behind and boost, because what the token change power is only when attacks. It doesn't say the token cannot boost because you give the token boost. So that's another way to play, and you gain a free token. So if you get it on Elma, you get Sylvia, then you already have like 2 units on the field with 2 tokens. You just need to find a way to maybe bring 1 more token out, then you have the full field. Then next I'm running 2 of the Antero. He is your finisher in the deck, but you don't actually want to draw into him early game because he's a 5k and it hurts when you ride. It's like the old 3k in the main. When you ride her as a Vanguard, you can't use the skill and you just need to take so many attacks and so hard to guard. So I'm only running 2. It's good to have when you want to finish your opponent off, but he's not a must. Sometimes you don't need that power and you can still push through. So what his skill is when he appears in the regard circle, for each token unit you have, one of your Vanguard will get 5k for each token, including fairy tokens. So it's not just the normal plant tokens, but also fairy tokens. This makes anti-hero really helpful, and you just need to call him out, and then you can sack him with Ahsha to build up your fairy tokens, maybe your second copy of fairy tokens. So as long as he's on the regard circle, he won't be a waste. But the problem is he's still 5k, and you probably won't let him stay on the field too long. So I'd rather save my resources, because there's not always time that I can build my plant tokens. Even I have so many options that helps, but sometimes that really happens, and instead of having a 5k and I still need to find a unit to boost him, even like a token, and still hit for 10k, I'd rather just have less so that I can, one, have more room for these guys, and reduce the chances that I draw into him too early. And then I'm running 2 of the Maiden of Fine L. I don't see a lot of people running it, and I see people even tell you don't run it, but after testing, I think I like her in the deck. So her skill is active skill, regard circle, counter +1, and retire this unit. By doing so, look at the top 3 card of the deck, and search to up to 2 units and call to the regard circle. The rest you put into the bottom of the deck in any order you like. So why she is useful? Because there are times that I'm using Forceman for Ahsha, I build my fairy tokens, I have my third Ahsha, and for some reason they all gone. They just all gone. And when I draw, I don't draw into Ahsha, but I have her. Then what I need to do is, 1, generate a token here, and second skill, use her, look at top 3. If I got an Ahsha, I put it down. I got my ability, like the ability full on array, and most of my units don't require to be called from hand. So even if I call a Sylvia, I can still call a token. If I call Antero, I can still depends on my tokens on the field and pump my Vanguard. If I call an Elma, if I got a cost, I can still draw one and generate a token. If I got a Sarah, I got a counter blast and it's active skill anyway, so I can still build my tokens. So I do find her useful. So it depends on if you really like to try using her or not. If don't, then of course you can still put like more Sylvia, and you can even take out the Sarah for 3 Sage if you want to. But for now, I think this lineup is the best for me, and I might try to find room for one more Sylvia for like more guarantee early rush. But for now, I think the ratio is good. So let's quickly jump to grade 1s. So for grade 1s, there's something that you must have, which is for Maiden of Sweetberry. This card is just amazing. So her first skill is a Vanguard and Regard Circle skill. When it appears, you can call up to 1 plant token, and if you have a grade 3 or higher Vanguard, then soul charge 1. So your new Ahsha use soul, and you can't always guarantee yourself keep rewriting, so she fills your soul and build a token. Even if you don't soul charge because you ride this card or call her early game, you still gain a token, so you don't lose anything. in my opinion. And her second skill is also very helpful. It's a permanent skill during a turn. If you have a grade 3 or higher Vanguard, then she will be a 13k attacker booster. So that's like nothing much more that you can ask for this card. That's why I think she is a 4. Like, it must. And then I am running 4 of the Pet Mini. Grade 3 Searcher. If you have 2 or more tokens on the field, then she will get 5k. So with the plant token and herself, like if you have 2 plant tokens on the field, assuming that then she will get 5k. 13 plus 5 is 18. So if you're going second and you just have her and 2 tokens, then even your opponent get 1 trigger to become 18k, you can still hit them. So good for early rush. Have you search for grade 3s that you want, and by the cost of discard 1 card if you get 1. I think you can actually run 3 if you want, but for now I still like to have more power for early game. So, and searching grade 3s is still important because sometimes even if I have one type of the Ahsha, I still want the other type during different situation, and I want to increase my chance of getting that. And then I'm running 2 of the Maiden of Blaze. I think people starting not to use her, but I still find her useful because she helps you create a token and she will get 5k. So it's kind of like Pet Mini, but she herself by Soul Blasting 1 doing the whole job. So like token with her is a 18k line, so basically hit everything, and she just use Soul Charge, and you can Soul Charge with Sweet Berry, which helps you early rush. And if you rush early, you don't need to use so much soul for VR Ahsha late game, because you push them hard enough that they need to keep guarding, and they might not have that much hand to save themselves for a turn or 2 while Ahsha finish them off. So I think she's still helpful, and it's a active skill, so you don't need to use it right away. You just need to use that skill when you need it. And then I am running 2 of the Diane. So her skill is Vanguard and Mega skill. When it appears, discard a card, then you draw 1 back. And if you have a grade 3 or higher Vanguard, let it have 5k. So another way to help you boost your Ahsha so that they can be shared to fairy token, and you don't lose anything because you drop 1 and draw 1 back. But it really depends on the situation, and it's a appearance skill. So if you are lucky to get into your fine alley and pull her out, so then you can at least do a hand change and get your Vanguard 5k. I see a lot of people running like 4 because they want to pump Ahsha to like max power, but in my opinion, I still prefer to use something like different toolboxing cards. So I'm running 2 because I don't always need that high power, and if I really do, I can go this horse 1. So like that's how I get my things lined up. And for triggers, I am running 4 of the Sentinel crits and 4 more crits, so it's a 12 crit and 4 heals. Because this deck you always want to rush your opponent, so 12 crit I think is a better way. Some people like to use draw because they think they will last a little bit longer in game, and sometimes PG is more safe than just say 30k. But maybe just because of the people that I play against around. Usually a 30k card saves me, and if I can't protect myself with 30k card, I can't protect myself with PG basically, because they are both Sentinel. So for example, if you are facing a Chrono Jet, when they use next stage and hit you first, if they use a Force 2, then the next stage will be 15k. Then because the next attack is Chrono Jet, you can't use Sentinel assuming they have Counterblast. So the first one, you're going to drop 2 cards to make yourself high enough for maybe a heal, which is strength for 33 for 2 pass, or you are just going to drop a PG because you know the next one you can't use it. Then if I just use a 30k card, it's a 43 Vanguard, or maybe a 40 when I'm on grade 2, then it's basically still like free to pass. So unless they keep getting like drive checks, you're still able to protect yourself with 1 card. So I find the 30k crit a lot helpful and increase my chances to hit crit every single turn, as long as I push the damage. Like if on grade 1 I crit them, on grade 2 I crit them, or maybe I put enough pressure to get into 3 or 4 damage, then what Ahsha needs to gain is force 1 and wait for a crit. Since I have 12, I will get there anyway. And as long as I keep pushing, my opponents see like I get crit every turn, and maybe if they see this, then they will need to think this guy might actually run 12 crit. So if I'm swinging for 2 crit while they're on 3 damage, then they might afraid of like me getting another crit. So that's the tactics. So that's the deck, but I think I can show you a little bit stuff as well. For example, when you on your grade 1s, if possible, you probably will write into Pet Mini to search for grade 3s, or you will write into a Sweetberry so you can generate a token. And then for turn 2, since you can go to grade 2 now, then you might just go with, if you have a Sarah, you can just write her. If you have a Sylvia, then you can call her for like another token there. But or maybe you need this, do that, and as long as you call Elma, then you can gain another token here already, so it's 15-15, and you just maybe use a Pet Mini here to search your grade 3, and this is a 18k line, so you can simply rush your opponent by just calling 2 units and write 1 unit. It's easy. And if you maybe have a seller here and you already like write a Speedberry and get that, and you just need to counterblast 2 and get for example 2 more, then what next is you just, if you have another counterblast, then you can call Elma and gain another token. If not, Sylvia is here, get you another token, you can still have a fulfill. So it's quite easy to get a fulfill when you're on grade 2s, and like even if you have that, you can just still open the line with 18k, or you just call her there, call a token out, and have a Pet Mini here, and maybe if you have a token here, then you can still hit for 18, 15, here 23. So I think that helps you with all the calculations you need. So there's a lot of things that you can do, but do remember to try rush as much as possible. Even like if you have these 2 in hand, you can just write her, get a token and place her there, and save your counterblast, and you call your Nelma to make another token here, and just go ahead many and search for grade 3, call her for another token if you need, and you just save the color box, and usually your opponent won't kill her. If they do, let her die, or if you just save enough to guard, then you can do. If not, then next turn you write your Ahsha, then like sack all your units for fairy token and color box 1 and 1, 2 more, so you can do a lot of things. So I think this deck is quite easy to run, as long as you know your main focus is to rush, and you know you have 12 crit to support you. Try to build early pressure, and make sure when you write your grade 3, check your opponent's hand, like hand size, damage, and how your field is going. Then you decide to go with your force 1 or force 2. Just make your right choice, and basically you should be fine most of the time. It took me a while to actually learn how to choose between force 1 and force 2, so do take some time, play with it, and you should see how fun it is. I can't say it will be a top tier because like Chrono Fang is coming back, Chrono Jack itself is good, and Altmao is actually quite good as well. So this deck won't 100% lose to them, but you just need to know what you're doing. Rush enough, push them hard, so that they need to use a lot of resources to guard. And facing Chrono Fang, you just need to be prepared. You just get pop your front row every time with by Rebellion. With Chrono Jet, they got the grade 2 from the starter that will snipe your token or maybe your Ahsha every single turn. So no matter what, they are going to make you use a lot of resources to keep building your fairy tokens and find your Ahsha back. So don't think too much, rush them through, then you will find a way out, because it's not Vanguard 0 intercept. It's not forcing your Vanguard to attack them before you hit your Vanguard, so you can still hit them with your Vanguard. With 2 crit, 3 crit, whatever, just rush them and you will get there. So that's it for this deck profile. I won't be making Altmao or Chrono Jet because I don't have any other resources. So this will be the only deck profile that you will see me doing for the set in standard. But do let me know your comments, and what will be your choices of, for example, grade 2s and grade 1s, because I think everyone will have their own like dream lineup. But do let me know, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Signing off.